you, Chair. I appreciate the Indonesian delegation response the other day, but I must clarify several critical inaccuracy that cannot go unanswered. Regarding the JKA program, the Indonesian delegation speak of reform while Acehese people experience systematic dismantlement. Their claim of better targeting ignore the reality that its removal will create miserable gap in healthcare access that cannot be dismissed as mere improvement. The Indonesian delegations claim an urgent and committed response to floods. If this were true, why did our volunteers face military blockades and beaten while attempting to deliver aid? Why were thousands left without shelter for months after disaster and is still going on till today? Mobilizing personnel is meaningless if they obstruct rather than facilitate humanitarian assistance from indigenous organizations who understand our community needs. The Indonesian delegation's references Article 46 of UNDRIP while conveniently ignoring Article 3, which affirms our right to self-determination. They speak of constructive dialogue. We welcome that. But we must also be honest about the past. There have been so many dialogues and promises from Indonesia, including special autonomy, arrangement like KOHA, the Helsinki MOU, and commitments such as Ikrar Lamte, yet this promise has never been fully realized at all. Dialogue must begin with truth. The truth is they cannot be trusted. The truth is this: the people of Aceh and Papua must be allowed to determine their own future, not through repeated unfulfilled promise, but through a genuine process that respects our voice and our right. We do not frame our situation politically. We report the life reality of indigenous people under Indonesian rules, a health crisis, environmental,
and engagement in the concept of the World Heritage Convention. I thank you.
I thank the representative of the Center for Support of Indigenous Peoples of the North. I now call upon the representative of Organisasi Pribumi Papua Barat, OPPB, seated in nameplate 82 Indigenous Peoples Organization.
Thank you, Madam Chair, brothers and sisters of indigenous people. My name is Tengku Fajri Krung, representing the Aceh, Sumatra. I speak today under this year's theme, Indigenous Health in the Context of Conflict. For us in Aceh, Sumatra, this is not a discussion. This is our daily reality. The current removal of JKA by the government in Indonesia to our region, which is our regional health support for the indigenous people, has left many families without access to the basic health care. Mothers cannot afford treatment. Children are left without care. Illness is no longer just a health issue. It has become a question of a survival. At the same time, at the end of last year, devastating floods made worse by deforestation by Indonesia governments in our region took the life of so many our people in Aceh. Entire community were destroyed as massive mudslide came from mountain, buried their thousands of homes. Families lost everything. And what did the Indonesian government do? Nothing. Many were left without sufficient food, without shelter, and without protection. As we were delivering aid to these people, the Indonesian military waited along the street to block the assistance we were sending. They beat some people, fainted, and others suffered head injuries with bleeding wounds from the beating. When people are left without health care, without land security, and without support in time of disaster, their health collapses. not only physically, but emotionally and spiritually. This is why we said health cannot exist without dignity, and dignity cannot exist without self-determination. The right to self-determination is recognized under United Nations Declaration on the Right of Indigenous People. It affirms that Indigenous people has the right to determine their own future. For Aceh and West Papua, this is not politics, it is a survival. We respectfully call on the United Nations and member states to listen to our voice and our people, ensure that humanitarian protection reach the indigenous community without delays, and support pathways that allow our people to freely determine our own future so we can protect our own land, our health, and our dignity.
Representative of OPP. Next, the First Nations with School Collective, if you can make your way down to the Regency. I now call upon the representative of Instituto Memoria y Ciencia Indígena, IMCI, seated in nameplate 703, Indigenous Peoples Organization. Representative for Instituto Memoria y Ciencia Indígena, can you put your hand up and press the button?